Hi, I'm Allison Miles, and today I'm going to be talking about Big Game by T.C. Boyle and the paper I wrote about it. The thesis point for my paper was that Bender and Bernard hide their true personality, which they're ashamed of, behind a front they create and proudly display to the world. So I'll start off talking about Bender. His true self was very timid and weak, but he hid it behind a personality that was very powerful and almost warrior like. And he did this by hunting big game at the ranch. And what started out as the need to kill one or two zebras evolved into the need to kill five zebras, which turned into the need to kill a lion, which then turned into the need to kill an elephant. And as the story progressed, you could see more and more that his need to feel powerful was insatiable, and he kind of got caught up in a snowball effect that caused him to lose pretty much all sense of reality and rationality as the story went on. For Bernard, his true character was very insecure about others taking him seriously and insecure about others believing that his ranch was real. And the way he tried to cover up this personality was by making his ranch seem as real as possible. And some of the things he did to make this possible was he let his animals out at the last minute so they seemed more energetic, and he didn't feed his lions before the hunting trip to make his lions seem more wild. And he tried to hide the oil rig in the distance with tall grass and cover up the edges of the pool to make it look like a watering hole. He even tried to change himself. He gave himself a British accent and changed his personality to make the whole thing seem more believable, as well as hiring employees that helped to make the ranch seem more like the Serengeti. But despite all these efforts, his ranch was still very, very fake. I then go on to explain in the paper the actual instance where you can see the negative effects of Bender and Bernard hiding their true personality. Because they both invested so much time in covering up their true selves, they were not prepared for the reality of the lion coming at them. Bender wasn't ready because you could definitely see his true self shine through when the lion was charging at him. You could see how scared and weak he was. And then for Bernard, you could see his personality because you could tell that he didn't believe his ranch was real because he didn't process that, hey, there's a lion coming at me. And it took him a little bit longer to react to it, to finally realize what was going on, because he was so caught up in his false reality that he created as well. The same thing happened with the elephant. It's the reason why they died. And the lesson that I took from the book that relates back to my thesis is that no matter how much effort you put into creating someone that's not yourself, your true character will eventually shine through.